Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Liz and Lou. We are back from our road trip and we're really happy to be home, and today we're making a video on running with your dog. So basically exercising with your dog off leash or on leash, whatever you prefer. I do both ways with Lou. We go on the road and we'll run with his leash, and then we'll also do trail runs where he's off leash. If you're new to my channel, I'm usually making dog videos with my Australian kettle dog Louie, but I also make travel videos. We have a camper van, so we converted a Chevy Express into a home on wheels basically, and we travel in that. So if you like travel videos, if you love dogs, please subscribe to me if you haven't already. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It does help my channel out a lot. Comment below if you run with your dog or just any kind of exercise that you do with your dog. I would really like to get some new ideas, and maybe you can inspire others. So please comment below how you exercise with your dog. Okay, so there's a few things to know before you're going to run with your dog. I would suggest, if you don't have a high energy breed, to not run with your dog because there are some risks. I do agree with bringing your cattle dog on runs though, because they do need a lot of exercise and it's a great way for you and your cattle dog to bond. But as I said before, there are risks with running with your dog, especially on a leash where they can't slow down. They're just trying to keep up with you. Things that can happen is your dog getting heat stroke. So if it's really hot outside and you're pushing your dog to the limit, they can get heat stroke. They don't sweat like humans, they pant, and sometimes when you're running with them, they just can't pant enough to cool down and they may get heat stroke, and that can be fatal. Signs of heat stroke are reddened gums, if your dog is drooling excessively, and if it just can't stop panting to cool down, then you need to stop and take a break for your dog. When you start running with your dog, you should start out slow, maybe try a mile or so, especially the cattle dog, they could go a mile. In my opinion, they could go a mile. Start out with short distances, and then you could, you know, up and up the distance to increase your dog's endurance as well as your endurance. Also, take breaks on your run. Don't just run the entire time and drag your dog along with you. Do like a little bit of running, a little bit of walking, a little bit of running, a little bit of walking. Your dog can slow down, walk with you, and pant and cool themselves down. You don't want to hurt your dog while you're trying to bond with them. I'd also suggest, if your dog pulls on the leash, then use a harness so they're not choking themselves. If your dog knows how to heel, stay at your side, then you could use their collar. I usually just use Lou's collar because when we're running, he just stays right next to me. He doesn't pull on the leash. He's actually a lot better when we're running. He will be completely at my side the whole time, but if we walk, he's pulling. It's funny. But I do suggest off-leash running with your dog if you can do that, because that gives them the opportunity to stop and pant and cool down when they need to, instead of being attached to you and trying to keep up with you. And also make sure your dog is hydrated before and after the walk, and even you could bring a little water bottle and a dish with you if you have like a pack or something that can hold that when you're going on your run, just so you can stop and give them water if they need it. Okay, so I'm gonna bring Lou on a run, so I'll show you guys what I typically bring when we go on a run. You wanna go outside? Bubby, you wanna go outside? Come on. Okay, so it seems as though I left Louie's short leash in the van and Nick took it to work, so we don't really have a leash right now. So I might use a long leash and do a trail run with him, and I'll show you guys that. But I'm also gonna bring this pack. I got this water pack from my brother, actually. He runs all the time. He actually just did an ultra marathon, and this pack was too heavy for him to do that with, so he gave it to me. So it fits 2 liters of water in the back. It has like a nipple thing that comes up. If you guys saw my last video where I was in North Carolina, you probably noticed that I was wearing that while hiking. And it's actually really lightweight. I was running with it and it like moves with you. Typically I would bring some water for Lou, but I'm really not gonna be going on a long run as much as showing you guys what I'm doing, you know. I've been kind of putting off this video because every time I go for a run, I just want to go for a run, you know, and it's kind of annoying having to film and run. So yeah, I'm just gonna like show you guys where we usually go. And I actually just bring my phone too, and I use this app so I know just where we are and how far we've gone, how many calories I've burned. So you just do start workout and it shows you your distance, your mile pace, your calories burned. My phone's only on 9% though, so I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes, wait till it charges up, because this does take your battery pretty fast. So I really like this as opposed to a water bottle, because that's so heavy to be holding in your hand, and when you have a dog with you, you want to keep control of the dog. So having a pack like this is actually pretty nice. I would suggest getting one of these if you have a dog and you walk them a lot, or if you run with them or hike with them. It's definitely good to hold your water, and you could hold a bowl to then pour it in for your dog. Alright guys, so we're outside. I have Louie's long leash on and we're gonna go and take a run up the mountain. I was gonna bring his short leash. Usually I leash him until we get like further. Sorry, the sun is kind of bad. I don't really know which way to go. I usually bring his short leash out until we get far enough away from the house, because we do get a lot of people who are here like working and stuff, you know, like working on the nearby houses. So I don't want him like just running out charging at them and barking, because as you guys know, Lou is territorial. So I usually just leash him until we get far enough away where you can't really see anything by the house, and then just let him go. So I have him on the long leash right now. I'm gonna take you guys up to this cornfield, and then it brings us up into the mountain, into the woods. All right, Lou, you ready? Let's go. Come on, Lou. So the trail is flattened out a little bit, so we're gonna take a little walk so Lou can chill a little bit, because we just full force sprinted up that cornfield. To tell you guys the truth, I rarely go up this trail just because it's straight up the mountain by my house, and usually I just like do the perimeter of the property with him. I don't have his short leash, and I don't want visitors to get barked at, so I figured we'd go up the mountain and he can be off leash. It's actually really nice, and I've lived here for almost 3 years, and this is probably the second time I've been on this trail. Coming back from a road trip, it's always nice to come home and, you know, be around where you're used to. And I really love upstate New York. It's really beautiful. To me, like, we haven't been the only ones on this trail. Can see big footprints. That is a print right there. I hope we don't run into a bear up here. So Lou and I have had a little time to cool off, and now we're gonna start running again. Comment below if your cattle dog does this. He did it in my last video. He sits right in the mud puddles. Louie, come here. Oh. Oh my goodness. Are you having fun? Are you having fun? Cutie. So now that we're just going straight up the mountain, we've lowered our pace to just like a fast walk. It depends on the landscape. So if you're on flat ground, you could run more with your dog, but if you're going uphill, try and keep it a little slower pace. Somehow this turned into a hiking vlog. Louie's pretty good being off leash when there's no distractions, so there's nothing around. He may wander off, chase a squirrel or something, but when I call him, he does come. That's a whole different story in public, or if there's a dog or another person on the trail. Louis, come on. Alright guys, so that's about it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. It really supports our channel. Please subscribe for more Liz and Lou, and comment below how you exercise your dog. If you go on runs or hikes with your dog, I'd really like to know. Please be aware of all the things I mentioned, like heat stroke with your dog. Please be safe with your dog. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! He's got the zoomies. Woo!